Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to your favorite channel, that is Expertise Biology with Yasmin, and this is your Yasmin ma'am. In the last class we had studied about the biodiversity, what is biodiversity and what are the different kinds of biodiversity and what are the threats to biodiversity. First, there are four points we had seen. First threat we had gone into detail, that was what was that? Yes, deforestation, one of the main threat for biodiversity. Now, the other 3 points we are going to see in detail. That is, the second point, which is a threat to biodiversity, is wildlife trade. What do you mean by wild? As the word says, wildlife trade means trading. Business is done of the different parts of the plants. For example, its horn, its teeth, its tusk, its skin, its different parts, its bone, all these important parts of the animals, their trading is done, which is used in further by the people who do this trading. They use these parts for making different things like jewelry, for making dresses, for making bags, for making footwears, etc. And this is a very big trade which is very illegal and which is carried out in a very big scale, and this is one of the main reason, one of the important reason we should be controlled, that is the trade, wildlife trading. Okay, now let's see what is there. Wildlife trade, threats to biodiversity. First point that we had seen was deforestation, and second is wildlife trade. Trade in exotic birds such as parrots and parts of animals is a threat to biodiversity. Many exotic birds are there, such as parrots. You must have seen in circus also the parrots, exotic parrots. Their trading is done for many purposes. They are used in magic shows, they are used in circus. Many places these exotic parrots are used, as they have many peculiarities which make it fascinating, and the different parts of the animals are also used for trading, which is a threat to biodiversity. Now, second point is here, tigers are killed for their skin. Tigers, you must have seen many garments what the ladies wear, it's made up of the skin, it's print of skin, and these things are very expensive, this clothing or this footwear or these bags, these are accessories, the accessories that are made by these things, they are very expensive. So, tigers are killed for their skin, bones and claws. Even their claws trading is done. Elephants for their tusk. You must be knowing tusk. It's used for making bangles, it's used for making necklaces, it's used for making earrings. The tusk of the elephant, again, it's very expensive. Bears for their fur. Bear's fur is used, again it is used for making clothing and many more things. Rhinoceros for their horns. Rhinoceros, you must be knowing, their horn is used for trading, and these parts fetch high prices. As I told you before, these parts, the horn, the tusk, the bone, the skin, all these parts of the plants are very expensive and their trading is done. So, you have seen that each and every part of tiger is used. So, the number of tiger has gone very down, which has to be saved, which has to be conserved. Okay. Now, so this was all about in wildlife trade, one of the threat to biodiversity. And the third point under the threat to biodiversity is, children, pollution and climate change. Pollution and climate change is also one of the main reason for the threat to biodiversity. Threat means what is dangerous. These things are dangerous for biodiversity. Now, pollution and climate change. Human activities have caused pollution of air, water and land. We are the main cause for creating pollution, and that too different types of pollution like air, water, land, soil, etc. The waste, our daily activities. We throw out the industrial waste in water. We are using so much of machines, electrical appliances, which is creating air pollution. the kitchen waste, the sewage, the industrial waste, they are going into water, they are creating water pollution. And land pollution, we know lots of there, the sewage and the garbage is thrown here and there, which creates a lots of pollution, which in turn is very dangerous for our health. So these things, they are very much threatful to the biodiversity. So as we are the main creator of this pollution, so we can only find a solution to control this pollution so that the biodiversity should be maintained. The plants and animals should be conserved. Human activities have caused pollution of air, water and land. This kills organisms that live. So when we are throwing our waste in factories into the water, while the life in water bodies, they are getting harmed. Life in the soil, when we are throwing our waste in the soil, life in the soil, the microorganisms that they are getting affected. Yes. And when we are creating air pollution, it is affecting indirectly to us only because we are breathing the same polluted air. So nowadays we are suffering from many respiratory tract infections, many of the airborne diseases. Global warming due to increased emission of carbon dioxide is expected to melt the polar ice caps and result in the rise of sea level. This damages coastal ecosystem. See, as the number of plants are going down, we are cutting more and more plants, deforestation as we have studied before. So because of this, the carbon dioxide that is emitted by so many industries, factories, by so many of the electrical appliances, they are not used by the plants. So amount of carbon dioxide in the air is increasing day by day. What it results to? Because of this increase in the amount of carbon dioxide in the air, this results in the melting of polar snow. This is, first of all, it is creating global warming as the amount of carbon dioxide is increasing. So temperature of our globe is increasing. So which in turn results in the melting of the snows in the poles. Yes, and which melts the polar ice caps, and this results in the rise of sea level. So as the snow is melting by the high temperature due to global warming, so the level of water in sea is increasing, and this in turn is affecting the life in the water, that is aquatic life in turn is affected. So you can see by your activity, so much of damage is caused to the environment. So at our level, we can try to control these things to preserve our biodiversity. Now, this damages the coastal ecosystems. So whatever life is there near the coast and in the water, they are affected due to these things, due to global warming and due to melting of the snow. Fourth point under the threat to biodiversity is introduction of new species. By the introduction of new species, the biodiversity is harmed. Yes, sometimes new species introduced in an ecosystem by humans disturbs the balance of the ecosystem. See, if this is a place where I am staying with my friends, okay, and if someone else comes, obviously that ecosystem would be disturbed, as the amount of food they would need, it would won't be sufficient. So this in turn will affect the ecosystem. So introduction of new species in an ecosystem by humans disturbs the balance of the, as I have told you before, balance of the ecosystem has to be maintained. For example, it may disturb existing food chains, and this results in the death of certain species. If we don't maintain this ecosystem, children, this is very dangerous in future. It is very important to maintain the food chain in the ecosystem. There are different food chains and food web in the ecosystem, as we have studied before and also in the lower classes. So this has to be maintained. And how? So by introduction of new species, all these things are disturbed. The biodiversity is disturbed. So under the biodiversity and the threats of biodiversity, we have studied about the deforestation, then we studied about the wildlife trade, we studied about the pollution and climate change, and introduction of new species. These 4 points comes under the threat to biodiversity. So type of question that would be asked from this part is, what is biodiversity and what are the threats to biodiversity? If you want, you can take the screenshot, children. Yes, as we have studied that deforestation is one of the threat to biodiversity. Now we are going to study what are the consequences of deforestation. Means what? What are the side effects or what are the demerits of deforestation? It's a very important question. Explain the consequences of deforestation. Now, deforestation will lead to a shortage of wood and other forest products. As we have studied before, children, what are the uses of forest and wood? We have studied that wood that we get from forest. If we cut, deforestation is what? Cutting of plants, cutting of forest, which leads to the decrease in the number of plants in the environment. So deforestation is not at all good. So instead of deforestation, what we should do? We should plant more and more trees, that is afforestation. Okay. Now deforestation will do what? It will decrease the number of wood, and as we know, wood is very important source of many things in the environment. We use wood for making furniture. We use wood as a fuel. We use wood for many other things, and other forest products such as gum, resins, latex, turpentine, many herbs, etc. are also lost due to deforestation. So deforestation will lead to a shortage of wood and other important forest products. Now second is, deforestation will cause an increase in temperature of Earth's atmosphere, leading to global warming. As this we have done before, I will explain you once again this point, that by deforestation what we are doing? We are cutting the plants. And what plants they do? They take in carbon dioxide that we exhale. By this they maintain the temperature of the environment. So if there are less of plants, the amount of carbon dioxide in the air would be more, which in turn leads to global warming, and the snow in the poles, they would melt, and this is not at all good. Deforestation will cause an increase in temperature of the atmosphere, which leads to global warming and in turn leads to melting of the snow in the poles. Next is, deforestation will cause soil erosion, making the soil infertile and lead to desertification. What this point means? We know that the plant or the tree is holded by what? By the roots. And when the trees are holded, or the plants are there, when they are there, so they are holded by the roots, and when they are holded by the roots, they act as an obstacle for many things. They control the flow of soil, they control the flow of water. So deforestation will cause soil erosion. So if no one is there to hold the soil from down, so the uppermost layer, which is the most fertile layer of soil, it is eroded, and when the upper part, then the lower part which comes on surface, it is unfertile, it is not at all fertile, it is humus. So this leads to less of production of trees, less of production of plants, less in fertility. Okay, so deforestation will cause soil erosion, making the soil infertile and lead to desertification. What do you mean by desertification? The conversion of the land into the soil is called as desertification. Okay, now this is also of the consequences of deforestation. Next is, deforestation will cause frequent flooding of rivers, leading to loss of life and property. When there is no trees and plants again. When there is more, see, we know that roots, they absorb the water. So when there are forests, when there are trees, when there are plants, they absorb the rainwater. Yes. If suppose that there are less of plants, or if we are cutting all the trees and plants and there is no plant, there is no one to hold that rainwater. So all the rainwater goes into the sea, in the water sources, and this leads to flood, excess of water, and this flood in turn, which is a natural calamity, it affects the lives and properties of people. So deforestation will cause frequent flooding of rivers, leading to loss of life and property. Now, next point is deforestation affects the water cycle, leading to decrease in rainfall. See, again we know that the plants, what they do, water cycle everyone knows, and plants, they give out water vapor by the process of transpiration through the stomata on their leaves. And when the water vapor is given out by the plants by transpiration, it leads to the formation of cloud. In turn, we get rain, waterfall. But if there are no plants, if we are cutting all the plants and trees, this process will be interrupted. Yes, so less of rainfall, and if less of rainfall means the condition of drought, less of rain. So again, it affects the human life and property. So we can see that if there is no tree, it can lead to more of natural calamities like floods and droughts, which is not at all good for human life. Now, deforestation affects the water cycle, leading to decrease. Now you understood how deforestation is affecting the water cycle, leading to decrease in rainfall, and the decrease in rainfall lowers the groundwater level and could cause drought. This way, the deforestation can lead to natural calamities like floods and droughts. And the last point that we are going to see is deforestation leads to the extinction of many wild animals and plants. As we know that the forest or the trees or the plants in the forest, they are the source of food to many wild plants and animals. They are the source of home, and they are the source of their survival. Many of the plants and animals, they can survive only in forest. But if we cut this forest, if we do deforestation, means what we are doing? This leads to the extinction of many wildlife and the plants. So we are damaging, we are destructing many of the wildlife and plants if we are destructing the forest. So these are the consequences of deforestation. This is one of the important questions expected in exam. Okay, you can take screenshot if you want to.